Hey, cheers. But yeah, we got a nice big group here so far. Thank you everyone for coming out. So I guess we'll get started in just a minute. Yeah, I read that news about San Diego Comic-Con. Still deciding to post or not. I don't know, guys. I know it's a big investment and everything, but I would safely say that everything is canceled this year until shit gets back to normal. Aw, that's a shame, Shag. Hate to hear that. What else do we got here? Ah, you don't say. Apparently, one of those words you used, McCallius, was actually like caught by the auto admin thing. I had to okay that word. Alrighty then, so we got 7 people in, so let's check this out. I got a playlist in front of me right now, a collection of all of McDonald's most, weird and wonderful commercials here. Starts from the 60s, and I do believe it goes all the way up to 2014. So from a couple years, or no, this one I have here only goes up to the 90s, from the 60s to the 90s. The next one goes up all the way to 2014, and if this is popular, we'll keep doing them, because there's a lot of video here to work through. Some of these are kind of short, but some of them are longer than others, and oh man, if you have never seen some of these older McDonald's commercials, if you have never been exposed to, how it used to be back in the day when commercials were genuinely a lot weirder in the 60s and 70s, oh man, you are going to be in for a treat, and we might just learn a little bit about McDonald's lore, so I guess without further ado, let's hop right on into this. And again, if you've never been to one of my riffs before, if a good joke or conversation topic hits me, we'll pause, and then we'll discuss, because that's what we do. Alright, so let's start with this one. In fact, it's the very first McDonald's commercial, all the way from 1960-something.
Introducing the world's newest, silliest, and hamburger-eatingest clown, Ronald McDonald.
Hamburger eatingest. That's the best descriptor they had. They did 30 takes, and this was the first one.
Now, where is that clown? Oh, Ronald.
Oh, you gotta look for a clown. Trust me, I'm pretty sure clowns will find you when they want to. I've seen it. I've seen Joker.
Ronald. Ronald. Hey, Ronald. Here I am, kid. Hey, isn't watching TV fun?
Okay, so the first time we were ever introduced to Ronald McDonald, and this is how the original Ronald McDonald looked. An eldritch horror sitting alone in a dark room eating hamburgers. This is how they wanted to unveil Ronald McDonald to the world. Let us continue, though, because believe it or not, it gets weirder.
Especially when you got delicious McDonald's hamburgers. Ronald, you can't be on TV and watch it at the same time. Now, come on and meet the boys and girls. Oh, we've already met. I know it's...
Oh, Ronald already knows about all the boys and girls. He sees them in their nightmares every night. You don't gotta tell old Ronald about the boys and girls. He does look homeless. He looks less like a clown and more like a trash man who just fell down and just rolled around in all the shit. But it gets better, though. So the guy in the costume right here is actually a very famous clown. No, shut up, there's famous clowns. His name is Willie Scott, and he was actually Bozo the Clown, quite famously. You know, the thing that Krusty is riffing on, the thing that every famous clown you've ever seen of is riffing on. This was a real guy, a real actor, made a fair amount of money and was a big star in his day as Bozo the Clown. Yeah, see, some people do know what Bozo is all about. So here's the thing about Bozo the Clown. Bozo was the original Ronald McDonald, but he only did it in a very small market. I think they only made about 4 of the original Ronald McDonalds with this particular suit. McDonald's liked the idea of a clown mascot, hated Willie Scott. And I mean, really, you can see why when you look at this fucking walking nightmare man in front of you right now. So they repurposed the idea, and eventually we got the Ronald we all know and love. But let's keep going and see what happens next. Yeah, exactly. Suddenly the first Mickey Mouse outfit doesn't seem so bad now. I agree.
We're going to be friends, too, because I like to do everything boys and girls like to do.
I like to do everything the kids do, even the things I shouldn't. Oh, Ronald. Oh, Ronald. You're gonna get yourself in trouble, Ronald.
Especially when it comes to eating those delicious McDonald's hamburgers. A magic tray here keeps me well supplied.
My magic tray that uses simple cut techniques.
McDonald's hamburgers, french fries, and milkshake.
Did their fries ever look like that? That burger actually looks pretty close to what their burgers actually look like when you get them. I don't think their fries ever looked like that.
Watch for me on TV. We'll have lots of fun.
Watch for me on TV and in dark alleys. At your most vulnerable moments, Ronald will come to you. He is Adam the Clown from Dead Rising. As you can see, too, at this point in McDonald's history, they had the Golden Arch, but it was not an M yet. Again, if you watch the Michael Keaton movie, they go in a little bit and talk about, like, you know, the whole design aesthetic and why they wanted it to be an arch because it was welcoming and everything, etc., etc. God, he's a tall, lanky man, Willie Scott. And that's where we end it. Oh god, now he's on skates. You didn't think he was scary enough, but now Ronald McDonald, he's on skates and he's coming right for ya. Hello, Space Lord. Obviously, the audio on some of these is really shitty because, again, they're from the 60s. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's alright and everything. It's no Five Guys. Five Guys obviously wouldn't be invented for many years. Wow, Ronald McDonald had a friggin' answer pretty goddamn quick for this kid, right? When he says he shouldn't talk to strangers. Oh, but I'm your friend. I'm Ronald McDonald. The clown has never done anything bad in fiction. Also, too, where he said, give me a shake, that's kind of funny, because, again, if you watch that Michael Keaton movie, McDonald's actually had a long history when it came to shakes, and there was a point when they weren't real ice cream, and that's why shake is spelt wrong on your glass.
Well, you sound like Ronald.
Here, I'll prove it. I'll give you 3 more hamburgers.
Yeah, take lots of magic food from strangers.
I know, you're not supposed to accept gifts from strangers either.
But you're no stranger. You really are Ronald.
Man, he gaslit this kid so quickly, he is already joining the Ronald cult. And I mean, can't really blame the kid. If there was a magic clown that gave me free hamburgers, he'd be like the goose that laid the golden egg. Be on that guy in a second. And now he's brought back another child. This kid will be working here soon. That's what this is all about. It's all a big labor scam. Yeah, all hail Ronald. Okay, and so now we get the actual look of the character that we would all know.
That's a wonderful idea.
Whoa, Ronnie, what is up with these pants, man? MC Hammer is really jealous of those pads. I mean, Ronald needs pants those big, you know, to take care of his giant clown balls. As only a man with a lot of attitude and a lot of respect could fill pants like that.
Let's see. What kind of food should we have? Great. I packed some right here.
You can tell they were also working on the voice still as well.
McDonald's hamburgers? And some French fries?
Yeah, the Ronald Shear version, not the Bozo Ronald, exactly.
Delicious.
He does look a bit like a yellow penis, doesn't he? Classic ball sack pants. Oh, he does tricks too. He's not just a regular fast food clown, he's a magic fast food clown. It's true, KT, we did probably all know someone who worked at McDonald's at some point.
You sure can get a lot in these bags, can't you?
So, Ronald has a magic bag of holding that he keeps all his children in. And if you're not good, you will be disappeared in the night into the McDonald's bag. Man, I wish I could have had some McDonald's today. That's probably why I thought to do this video. I'm really missing restaurants and fast food. Because, yeah, I'm too worried because of the big Rona out there to try and eat anything. I mean, I'd probably regret it later, but still, just, you know, just a little bit of normalcy.
I just invented this. My decision maker.
Oh.
I built it to help me decide which McDonald's food is best. I can never make up my mind.
There's one answer to that. You either get the big nugget combo, or you get the quarter pounder with cheese, or the double quarter pounder with cheese. That's the best answer. Also, vanilla shake over chocolate. That's my view, at least. That's my perfect McDonald's decision. What's yours, everybody?
What do you like best? Right. I can't decide.
Which, of course, back in this time period, they only had cheeseburgers and hamburgers. They wouldn't have the other stuff till later.
Triple thick shake.
Yeah, I imagine you would, KT.
That's what's best. Wait, now it says French fries. Whoops. I don't think my machine can decide either. They're all so good.
So what we're saying here is that Ronald invented AI theory. You know, he basically, invented the blockchain before any of us ever knew. You know, that clown always ahead of the curve.
It ate the...
I do love me some Wendy's, too.
That was my dinner. I guess we'll never know which one is best. We'll just have to go on eating them all. Isn't that too bad?
Isn't that just too bad? Ooh, what a naughty caprice that would be, Ronald McDonald. Just have to buy everything at our restaurant. Feed them all. God, was the wink really necessary? It's hard to pull off a wink at, like, the best of times, especially when you're dressed as a clown. That's unfortunate. Oh, we got animation. Oh, when the Filet-O-Fish was new. Filet-O-Fish was one of their first big introductions to the menu that had been pretty unchanged for a lot of the company's history. Again, I think they cover this in the Keaton movie, but the deal is that they wanted to get a product that would attract Catholics on Friday when they weren't supposed to eat red meat. And they had a contest at the restaurant, and it came down to two sandwiches, the Filet-O-Fish sandwich and the hula burger, which was a grilled piece of pineapple with cottage cheese. Yeah, shockingly, people liked the Filet-O-Fish more. Go figure. Well, Pester, there's a lot of ways you can give to the quest. You can either cheer, you can either donate via, via Twitch itself, or if you go all the way down to the bottom on my Twitch page, you will see a PayPal link, and you can give digitally that way. Much would be appreciated, or anything would be appreciated, and I'm sure to put it to good use. I want a place to host the new season of the show, and I want to actually be able to pay the other guys for joining in, which would be nice. I have seen that Ronald McDonald video, I sure have. Did we forget the movies detail the origin of the McRib? I don't know. I forget. It's been a while since I've seen it. I feel that, Michelle, if it wasn't for my internet job, I'd be there too. Oh, well, thank you for the bits there, Pasteur. Much appreciated. I'll be sure to put that to good use. But again, McDonald's.
A recipe created by a world-famous chef. Filet-O-Fish.
Was it created by a world-famous chef? I thought it was created by a dude who just worked at the restaurant.
I'm just crazy about McDonald's Filet-O-Fish sandwiches.
How crazy are you? Tell me more. I've never had a McRib either, actually. I'm not gonna lie.
Everybody every day gets hooked by McDonald's Filet-O-Fish sandwiches.
We hook 'em good.
Let the fish that catches people.
I remember the Big and Tasty.
The fish that catches people.
I think I had one. I can't quite remember. The Big and Nasty. That's good. That's what they called me in high school, Big Nasty.
Hey, Ronald McDonald has just flown in on his flying hamburger to paint the golden arches.
Whoa, wait. He has his own flying hamburger? How much fuel is that thing going for? You know, how many gallons does he get out of that thing? Does he fly his hamburger on the company dime? If so, that's a pretty good deal. In my next contract I have to sign with YouTube, I want my own flying hamburger.
Ouch! That's what Mr. Muscle gets for trying to be the boss.
Mr. Muscle, we forgot his short-lived tenure in McDonald's land. He was Ronald McDonald's tag partner. He was his bouncer, you know. Helped him win a couple world titles.
Before lunch.
That's right, Ronald. Send up the paintbrush.
Good shot.
No, not the paint.
How did this character never stick around?
Well, at least Ronald is ready for his favorite lunch. A
a luscious McDonald's hamburger.
Is it really his favorite lunch, Ronald McDonald, when he works at the restaurant and probably gets it for free?
With ketchup, mustard, and tangy pickles.
This is absolutely true, chat. You're right. Gas was cheaper back then, so it was probably a lot easier to have a flying hamburger. You're not wrong.
All on a toasted bun. Then a bag of crispy, fresh McDonald's French fries.
You know the trick to get the best French fries, though, to get the ones that haven't been sitting out there for a while? The trick is, and don't do this if the restaurant is crowded because you're a jerk if you do this, but the trick is to ask for unsalted fries. That way they have to make a new batch for you. That meaning that they will be the most fresh and most hot, and then you can just salt them later yourself.
Golden brown, maybe a soft drink, or a thick chocolate shake.
Oh, yes. Which, again, I think at this point in their history wasn't made with ice cream yet. I think that actually came later.
Boy, it's fun to go to McDonald's for lunch. Now, there goes Ronald and his flying hamburger.
Oh, this is some Willy Wonka world of pure imagination shit right here.
Join your friends at McDonald's, the closest thing to home.
If you told someone that, yeah, there's a clown that flies around on a hamburger and visits places in the night, would you want to go to that place? I don't think so. That's some creepypasta shit right there.
So long, boys and girls.
Wow, he kept that flying hamburger for a bit. Oh no, I salt the fries later, don't you worry, KT. That's just to make sure that you get them hot and fresh right away.
But I'm having trouble getting started. Guess I better give her a push. Good thing I'm at McDonald's. I'm
Ah.
full of energy, and we know there's no better way than with a delicious McDonald's pure beef
It's
hamburger
too much red.
and a triple
That looks horrifying, and it's the crow makeup on the thing that makes him look horrifying.
muscle builders too.
Yeah, everyone, McDonald's, it'll help build lots of muscle and everything. Yeah, it just won't turn you to goo, we promise.
You notice how fast I got my food?
I
There's
bet
no
it
waiting
is.
at McDonald's, and am I glad I didn't have to dress up either. And now
Oh, come on, you wore your finest ball sack pants. Don't say you didn't dress up, Ronald. Don't sell yourself short.
to get my flying hamburger started. Wait for me! If you want to be strong like me, ask your mama.
The flying hamburger was shot down over Area 51. They thought it was a UFO. In fact, the flying hamburger is the UFO in Area 51.
That'll take you to your kind of place for your kind of food. McDonald's. Remember, when you see my face, think of your kind of place.
When you see my face, think of your kind of place. If that is a horrifying clown nightmare, that's the one. Yes, we have to raid Area 51 and get the flying hamburger back. Hard agree.
Burgers at McDonald's are fun.
They sure are fun.
McDouble hamburgers at McDonald's are double the fun. Shakes at McDonald's are fun.
Okay, someone was definitely under some sort of mind-altering substance when they came up with this. What if your food could just laugh at you a little bit? Wouldn't that be fun? Wouldn't that be fun food? Yeah, burgers making out. I don't know what market they're trying to sell this to. Not to kink shame anyone, because I'm pretty sure that's someone's fetish, but it ain't mine.
Double cheeseburgers at McDonald's are fun.
It's funny to see such a pared-down menu for McDonald's that they wouldn't come out with a lot of the stuff we take for granted now. But as you can see, at this point in history, they got the double arches, they've moved on from just the single arch, and now it's the M that would be there for the rest of their career. Alright, so that's the stuff from the 60s. Up next, we got the stuff from 71 to 74. Again, I know we have some people in the comments section who worked for McDonald's. I get the feeling that coming to work wasn't a goddamn musical. The arch is iconic, man. Forget that Philadelphia arch. It's the golden arches. Yeah. Don't you want a job at McDonald's? This looks so fun. If you can lean, you can clean, which is a thing coined by McDonald's staff, which I have to admit is kind of cool. Kind of cool. Also, too, McDonald's is a lot like Walmart in that way, in that they really go after young people for whom this is their first job, because, you know, you can abuse them and push them around a lot more when it's their first job and they really need it, and especially people for where it's their last job, where they're really old people, and same deal, you can push them around for a bit. This is a really well put together commercial, though. I'm a sucker for a good musical, I ain't gonna lie. That is most fast food places. That's also every place that hires teenagers. Also that, too. They also hire a lot of special needs people. Oh, we're going to McDonald's land. Now, you're probably saying when you look at McDonald's land, isn't this some sort of like Sid and Marty Krofft, like, you know, fever dream from the 70s? Isn't this like some HR Puffin stuff sort of thing? Well, the answer is, yeah, actually. Sid and Marty Krofft, the same people who made all those old-timey puppet shows that our parents and grandparents grew up with, totally helped create McDonald land. In fact, that's why you don't see Mayor McCheese anymore in any of the McDonald's commercials, because that was like a big legal battle between McDonald's and the Crofts. Ride Diabetes Mountain. Oh, I could go for a ride down Diabetes Mountain right about now. Kids shit in the ball pit. I mean, kids shit everywhere. So why not? Ah, see, there you go. Big Mac and Big Cheese, who you do not see anymore. I gotta say, this has got a pretty good 70s groove to it, man. This is like some Mamas and the Papas shit right here. Oh, I kind of dig this, actually. Look, kids, we're just saying eat our food and you can go to a magical land where all the food comes to life and everything's happy all the time. Oh, they kept this jingle for a while, too, clearly.
One day, Ronald and his friends spotted Evil Grimace with loads of shakes and
Okay, so Evil Grimace, this is another important moment in McDonald's lore. So Grimace, the big dumb guy who looks like this, used to be a villain in McDonald's lore. He was the Evil Grimace, some weird bug thing with a lot of arms, and he would steal the shakes and the cokes. He actually predates the Hamburglar in that regard. They never quite explained how he lost the arms and became a good guy again. I feel that, you know, Ronald probably got even with him at some point, cut off all the extra arms, gave him a lobotomy, and now he's his dumb buddy. That's my headcanon, at least.
Thinking quickly, Ronald disguised himself as a big Hollywood movie director. I'm really thirsty. Took a shortcut.
I like that that's still the shorthand for big-time movie director. Puffy hat, big sunglasses.
What a face with beautiful eyes. I'll make you a star.
The Evil Grimace was very flattered.
Would you mind stepping back a bit?
And then Ronald hunted him for sport.
Just a little bit.
For there would be no war in the valley that is McDonald land. Ronald rules it with an iron fist.
And so are these McDonald's shakes, and Coca-Colas, and hamburgers.
And French fries and apple pies and all the things that we own.
Mayor McCheese was all upset.
So here's the real question about Mayor McCheese. Is he a Democrat or a Republican? I feel this is important. I feel we need to know this in 2020. Where does he stand? What Supreme Court justices did he vote for, Mayor McCheese? We will not live in ignorance anymore, McCheese.
Some goblins in the French fry patch.
Oh no, not the French fry patch.
Nothing, said Ronald. Once somebody starts gobbling those delicious McDonald's French fries, there's just no way to stop them. What are you saying?
Then again, Mayor McCheese is clearly a puppet dictator because Ronald McDonald runs everything in McDonald land. He has to, you know, go through him first and ask, you know, his opinion before he deals with the goblins in the French fry patch. Exactly, he's a communist. See, personally, I think he's more of a libertarian. Mayor McCheese, you know, more of a no gods, no kings, only Ronald, do what you will.
Suggest, well, if you can't beat him, join him.
Yeah,
And so
there you
they
go.
did.
And so they let the invisible hand of the market tell them what to do. And it all worked out great until it didn't. Man, this jingle. They got a lot of good use out of this.
Well, election time in McDonald's.
Okay, so they're having an election in McDonald Land now. I thought it was an iron-fisted strongman dictatorship, but as we can see, McDonald Land clearly has democratic elections, or democratic-looking elections, and Ronald is clearly running against Mayor McCheese.
Greetings, friends. What this place needs is more,
Cheeseburgers.
cheeseburgers, yeah.
But Mayor McCheese, you are a cheeseburger, though. You want people to eat more of your kind? That's a weird political stance to take, Mayor McCheese.
They're delicious, honest, self-winding, you know.
Trustworthy.
Trustworthy.
Meanwhile, a hamburglar is stuffing the belly.
Oh, is this the first time we saw the Hamburglar? Well, the first time we saw the Hamburglar, he was fixing an election. He's going to take all those votes and drop them off in Florida somewhere where no one can find them.
How's about a cheeseburger with every apple pie?
I'd like a cheeseburger with every apple pie.
French fries, yeah.
Works for me, Mayor McCheese.
Compartment. No. In every meal, in everybody, you know.
Also, I noticed Mayor McCheese kinda talks like Snagglepuss. What's up with that? Well, I mean, KT, he's definitely a sellout. He's also an empty suit politician. As we can see, Ronald McDonald is the true kingmaker here, pulling all the strings of McDonald Land, given the fact that his name is on the land.
Well, McCheese has been re-elected.
Thank you.
Boy, that was a short election.
Nobody can beat a McDonald's cheeseburger.
Oh, sure, it looked like Mayor McCheese got elected, but, there was some Russian interference, the ballot box technology was way too easily manipulated. We're gonna have to talk about this later. I'm gonna be humming this theme.
Say, when you go to McDonald's for all those good things to eat and drink, be sure you stop and think about what to do when you're through.
Now, when we say good, we mean, they taste good, not that they're good for you. This is definitely all pre-Morgan Spurlock supersized me, when we could still kind of sort of lie and say that fast food was good for you.
Don't forget to feed the waste baskets, because they're hungry too.
Oh.
That's right, we are. And we'd like to ask a favor of you.
Back in my day, waste baskets wore little bow ties and danced around, and that was the way we liked it, damn it. Nowadays, waste baskets don't do that.
Would you mind letting us have the paper, please, when you're...
Okay, now I know what these things remind me of. They've got a real Dalek thing, exterminate your trash, gimme.
It's a special little treat when we get to eat the paper. Yes, indeed. If you got a cup or a napkin or...
That's a weird thing to try and get kids to throw out their garbage. You gotta feed the trash bins.
Don't forget to feed the waste baskets at McDonald's.
Feed the waste baskets, not the recycling bins, though. That's a whole other thing. Alright, what weirdness is next? Okay, we've changed the song a little bit.
Day in McDonald's Land.
No Coke. No shakes.
Yeah, a lot of people were worried in the late 70s that they were all out of Coke. I agree. It was a real problem. Oh, you mean the drink? Okay, that's different. That's very different.
Because the evil Grimace had grabbed all the cups.
Ah, Grimace, still a bad guy.
Where's the Coke? Where are the shakes? Thinking quickly, Ronald disguised himself as a mailman. And
Grimace, he's got a real problem. He did all the Coke, doesn't remember doing all the Coke, and now he still wants more. It's a real problem. Needs to go to rehab.
A special delivery for E. Grimace.
Oh my! I've been picked for the McDonald Land Beauty Contest. Discovered at last. Picking his nicest.
No one knows what's going on, Tev, yet no one knows. Yeah, back when Grimace was a heel, you're right, he'd have to turn face later at SummerSlam.
I'm ready
I'm ready. Where's the contest?
Oh, it's funny because he lied to him. He lied to a guy who's clearly simple. Oh, look, proto-Furbies. Oh yeah, there was a pirate in McDonald's land too, just a pirate. Yeah, apparently, KT, Evil Grimace is his first name. Yeah, Grimace was supposed to be the mascot for milkshakes, even though he stole all the milkshakes. Which, you know, seems like a poor mascot who's always stealing them. Like, Hamburglar's not a mascot for anything. Hamburglar's just like the top heel in the company. Also, what does the cop do? There's a cop and a pirate, and I do believe there was a professor there as well. Well, it was the 70s, Amazing Spider-Man. Sure. Wow, the Wastebasket family now got like a whole set of commercials devoted to them. That's pretty good. I'm gonna try and put this up on the channel later, Nicholas, once I go through some of these other ones. I'm banking these longer topic riff videos for later on, for when I might need them on the channel. And if you're watching these later on the channel, hello. There were animated McDonald's movies. I feel like I've watched them, but I cannot remember them. Some of them were made by the same guys who did Rugrats, actually. So, like, the animation was actually kind of alright. I feel like Matt and I might need to riff those at some point. That seems like the sort of bullshit we would riff over at Name Redacted. What else do we got here to round out the 70s? Oh, now they have a whole band of Muppets. Look at these guys who got kicked out of Electric Mayhem.
Cereal, and some dairy products like milk. Together, these 5 food groups give you the nutrients.
Ah, see, so even as late as the 70s, they were cracking down on McDonald's for being unhealthy. Oh, did I forget to post the new one on iTunes? Alright, I'll try and fix that. I normally do that Thursday. Get your meat, your pink slime meat. Yes, vitamins are good.
Remember, kids, eat nutritious foods, a variety of them every day. Growing up is tough enough.
Which McDonald's is not a good source of any of these. We're a good source of sugar and grease and happy itis-y feelings.
Celebrate cheeseburger time at McDonald's. Ronald was taking pictures of all his friends.
Okay? Smile and say cheeseburger. Cheeseburger.
Look at that old-ass camera.
Cheeseburger for you. Hey, who's next?
Yeah, drank our sugary drinks, I agree.
Okay, smile.
Alright, kids, these pictures aren't free. That's gonna be $5.
Good. Here's a cheeseburger for you.
We're charging convention rates here, kids. Can't just be taking pictures all day. Also, wait 6 months while we develop these.
Not till you learn to smile.
Okay, Captain Crook was another one of their on-again, off-again villains. I think he was more in the animated movies, I do believe.
If you want something to smile about, just say cheeseburger at McDonald's.
It helps that the red got smaller and smaller on his face and didn't look too hellish. Man, that is a smooth-ass jam, the McDonald's Land jingle, I'm not gonna lie. Also, what did the pirate bring to any of this? Like, Hamburglar I understand, but what does the pirate do? Yeah, you can ride the hell out of that bike, can't you? Okay, so now here we go. Here we got good guy face Grimace with only 2 arms. And he's already, like, nicer and not a jerk anymore after Ronald cut off his arms and lobotomized him.
That was fun. But I think it's time for breakfast at McDonald's.
Oh, now breakfast is a thing at McDonald's, so this was late 70s when they finally started doing this.
After breakfast, I'm going skin diving. Oh,
or skydiving. Something like that, you know.
I do like a good McDonald's breakfast, especially the big breakfast. I'm not up in the morning as much anymore, but I guess McDonald's now finally has 24-hour breakfast, so that's pretty good.
I hereby proclaim breakfast at
It's excellent hangover food, so I'm told.
I have to hurry to see the boys and girls at McDonald's.
Okay, look, and now there's just a professor character now. They do have chicken McGriddles. I want to try one of them. Limited 24-hour breakfast. That's true, Rad. So now the flying hamburger is invisible? So he became Wonder Woman at some point. Apparently their coffee got a lot better, too. I know forever people said that McDonald's coffee was like the worst in the world, but eventually it got better.
What a good cowboy story.
Who's the friendliest sheriff in town? Ronald, the Hamburglar took all the McDonald's cheeseburgers in town.
Oh no.
That's mine.
Ronald taking the law into his own hands, having dreams of vigilante justice.
McDonald's cheeseburger.
That's a great reward.
Clearly this is Ronald's mind trying to solve the problem of Captain Crook and the Hamburglar. Wishes he could just take him out Wild West vigilante style. Barrels, labeled barrels, because you might not know otherwise. Yep.
Hamburger, what are you doing in jail?
The cheeseburger. He says he captured himself to get the reward.
What? Ronald?
You can do that?
Oh, I had a bad dream. The Hamburglar took all of McDonald's cheeseburgers for himself.
But McDonald's has enough cheeseburgers for everyone.
Oh, well, that's good. Also, wait to defang the Hamburglar for years to come. He can't steal them all because there's enough for everyone. And then what happened?
Well, kids, while we eat our filet of fish sandwiches, let's tell a story. Okay?
Sounds like Ronald decided what they were going to have there and didn't let them choose. Again, the Hamburglar I get. What does the pirate do? Is he supposed to be the face of filet of fish? If so, he's doing a bad job selling it. Oh, Dad Hamburglar comes later. We might have to break this into 2 parts, but we will eventually get to that. Also, thanks for following, Ivan. Appreciate it.
Did he ever find a treasure?
Sure.
Where?
At McDonald's, of course.
Ah.
Found McDonald's filet of fish sandwiches.
Geez, Ronald, it feels like all of your stories end up back at McDonald's. It's like you're their spokesmodel or something. Feels like Ronald McDonald would actually be a pretty annoying person to know because every other word out of his mouth would be McDonald's.
Ronald, come quick. What's the matter, McCheese? The McDonald Land cookie machine.
Oh yeah, McDonald's used to have cookies. They were lemony and always hard as heck when you got them.
Now the cookies are right side up, but we're upside down. Put it back, Professor.
Good gag.
I'll fix the rascal.
Stop. That's not the way. Hold it.
Yeah, murder's never the way.
The cookies look all right to me. There's gotta be a way. The cookies are the
Grimace unlocked his true power to move freely.
We're not upside down, right? Right. So, the machine must be upside down. Right.
Do McDonald's even offer cookies anymore? I remember I had them one time and was not impressed.
McDonald's, you know.
I know they have like the whole McCafe thing going on, but I don't think they've had these exact cookies forever. Nor have they had Tang for a while, like they used to have like orange drink. I know my dad would always tell me about their orange drink, and I thought that was insane, but then in the Michael Keaton movie, they talk about it.
I've invented a new way to call my friends to dinner. It's called the dinner gong.
Your new invention?
What?
That's not a gong sound.
Here, let me try it. Oh my, it doesn't.
Uh-oh, it's the 70s and we have an Asian-style gong here. What are the odds we're gonna lean into some very uncomfortable Asian stereotypes? So far, so good. Grimace is actually Ronald's stand. I like that a lot, actually. Grimace unlocked Ultra Ints. It was his true form. he trained for 10,000 years under extreme gravity and was finally able to achieve his true form. Violent Grimace.
Who's our favorite hamburger clown? What you doing, Ronald? I'm teaching the Grimace how to tell time. Okay. Okay, Grimace.
Oh no, this is good. I need to know this.
This is the big hand. Yeah.
Okay, big hand, little hand. I got it.
What time is this? That's 7 o'clock. Right. And this? 9 o'clock.
Okay, this tracks.
And this? 4:30 o'clock. Close enough. And this? And that's dinner time. Right.
Man, you know, the education system in McDonald's land really failing everybody.
Wonderful. At a world-famous restaurant.
You know, despite Hamburglar and Captain Crook being his enemies, McDonald's, you know, he sure does break bread with them a lot, doesn't he, Ronald? It's funny because he's stupid.
Who's our McFavorite hamburger clown?
I'm off to McDonald's to see all the boys and girls. Have a nice trip.
So now he's Mr. Rogers in the land of make-believe? Man, you know, post-crisis Ronald, they kept inventing new powers for him, right? Really hurt the scaling of the McDonald's land universe. I prefer pre-crisis Ronald, you know, when he could move planets.
Do you think Ronald will make it to McDonald's in time?
He always does, you know.
You really think he'll make it to McDonald's?
No, he won't actually. He'll die horribly. The Burger King will sabotage him. Wait, so he had lots of balloons all the time? So there was really not much of a problem. Yeah, also there was apparently a goblin problem in McDonald's land at some point.
Is that a McDonald's French fry?
This? Wait a minute.
Let's taste it and see.
You know, if you got a goblin problem, you should call the Goblin Slayer.
Gonna get you some golden McDonald's.
I have seen The Founder, Tevye. When I say the Michael Keaton movie, that's what I'm referencing.
Have a French fry on me.
Now, you know you can't give them fries, Ronald. It's like feeding a mogwai after midnight. You're just asking for trouble at that point. Oh, see, I like that, Sam. I like that theory a lot, that Ronald actually hired the Hamburglar and the pirate and all these other guys just so he could keep a stranglehold on McDonald land. I mean, really, any commercial with animals in it I'm down for. Like, I'm making fun, but the fact is most of these commercials are actually pretty damn good. McDonald's does actually have a high bar for commercials.
There. Everything's ready for the Christmas party.
See, look, Ronald even invites his enemies to Christmas.
Busy. We have a surprise. Help! Help! I'm stuck.
Aw, poor Grimace. He inhaled so much fireplace fumes. Geez, Ronald, really? For Christmas, you give out coupons to your own restaurant? Come on, man.
And McDonald's gift certificates are 50 cents each.
Or a book of 10 for $5 at McDonald's, you know.
Ronald, can I go out?
Geez, Ronald and friends, you know, just one time could you invite me over for Christmas and not try and sell me something? I mean, really? Yeah, soot. I mean, fireplace fumes, that's another thing, depending on what kind of fireplace you got. Carbon monoxide and shit.
Who's the McFriendliest fellow in town? Who's our McFavorite hamburger clown?
Look, you know, Hamburglar, you got a real kleptomania problem. I'm sorry, you gotta work on that shit. I know, right? 50 cents for fries, wouldn't that be amazing? Ronald's super cheap. Though he sure seems to have a lot of fun. First he went to the zoo, now they all went to the theme park. Sounds like a fun day. Now, when was the Great McDonald's crisis, when they would start culling some of these characters? Oh, a Japanese one. Nice. Wow, Hamburglar was more intimidating in Japan. Exactly, Fooly Cooly God. See, you know what's up. If we weren't living in a time of pandemic and quarantine, you bet I would be getting me some all-night McDonald's. No, we're still in the 70s, according to this. This is like late 70s, early 80s. I keep waiting for the early bird, Birdie the early bird, to be unveiled. The personification, the persona of McDonald's breakfast.
This isn't my day.
Man, they made soapbox races look so fun in all of these. We cut his brakes, he can't stop.
Ronald, everything looks green. Oh, green butterflies. And green footprints.
Oh, is this a Shamrock Shake commercial?
Hello, boys. I'm back.
Ah, yes, this was the first Shamrock Shake.
To match the Shamrock Shake. Shamrock Shakes are back.
You know, I've never had a Shamrock Shake either. I've always wanted one. I know they're basically just a regular shake colored green, but still. We actually just had St. Patrick's Day, too, so this is fitting for the first Shamrock Shake commercial.
I'm gonna visit the kids at McDonald's.
Yes, Sam, all of these characters represent the 7 deadly sins of McDonald's. He did have a show, Rad, for a little bit. See, look, I made the Willy Wonka joke before, and he literally has a Willy Wonka-style elevator. It can move backwards and forwards.
There'll be surprises to celebrate, plus the Ronald McDonald Show. See Ronald this Saturday at 2 in Issaquah.
No, you would think Birdie would be the representative of chicken nuggets and all their chicken food, but no, she is Birdie the early bird, and she represents breakfast food. Because they didn't have a breakfast mascot. But then again, you know, her representing chicken is as weird as Mary McCheese representing hamburgers. You are a hamburger, why are you representing the thing that you are to be eaten? I've never seen these Japanese ones before. These are lots of fun. Man, there's a whole, like, crazy Japanese menu for McDonald's food, like stuff you don't even have here. Like shrimp tonkatsu and stuff. God, I wish someone would do that for me. Drag my bed to the breakfast place in the morning so I ain't gotta get up. That's living right there. See, Ronald knows what's up. Getting big old sleep caps like that. You know how, like, that's always been the joke there about, what is it there, like, old-timey Victorian era, everyone had their nightcaps and everything. How cold was it back in those days that you needed to, like, warm your head via a cap? That's always hit me. Gotta get you that big breakfast. Soak up all that booze from the night before. Yeah, Grimace finally gets his revenge one day and pushes, what is it, Ronald's bed off the frickin' ravine after being enslaved. His arm stolen from him. You could tell they keep, like, updating the song, too. He's the McFriendliest guy in town, everyone's favorite hamburger clown, where before it was different. Well, thanks for showing up, Tevye. Much appreciated. Again, I'll probably be uploading this later at some point. Oh no, the Hamburglar's late. Yeah, when are we gonna get to Crisis on Infinite McDonald's Land and all these superfluous characters will be deleted and destroyed and others will be fused together? Because again, Big Cheese, Mayor McCheese, Captain Crook the Pirate, the Goblins, a lot of these characters aren't gonna make it into the 90s and beyond.
Who's the McFunniest hamburger clown?
Now he's the McFunniest. See, they keep updating his resume. Alright, that was a pretty good bit there, Hamburglar.
Get new Happy Cups at McDonald's. 4 in all.
Oh, Happy Cups.
Picture of Ronald McDonald or one of his friends.
What constitutes an action picture? Because they look pretty stationary to me.
When you order a medium soft drink, this week's character is Grimace.
Oh, this week's character's Grimace, guys. You hear that? We could get Grimace Cups. Again, we might be like 3 decades too late at this point, but... I guess there's really only the Filet-O-Fish sandwich and no other fish offerings. I think for like a minute there, didn't they have fish nuggets at McDonald's? Or am I thinking like one of the international McDonald's places actually had fish nuggets? Oh man, I have not had an apple pie there in forever. I burnt my mouth on one of McDonald's apple pies early on, then never had another one. Oh wow, they had to try really hard to get this one here in the compilation. Whoa, it's a screen within a screen. That being said, the actual quality of this video is pretty good. Also, of all the things for Hamburglar to say, robble robble. How did they show up on that? Robble robble. I think they had cherry pies there, too, for a little bit Amazing Spider-Man. I burnt my tongue on an apple pie, then I'm like, nah, never again. Only for apple pie. I know they have ice cream, too. They, like, have the soft serve machine that's always broken. And then they have the sundaes in, like, caramel and hot fudge that I always hear good things about, but I'm like, you know what, I'm doing enough damage to my body as is, and I know my ice cream won't still be cold by the time I'm done my food. Ooh, peaches and cream pie. That sounds awesome, MK Dragon. I want one of them. So now we're doing the laugh-in window gags? Is that where we are in history? Do they rotate the pies? See, I didn't know that. Look, when this is all done, we all gotta go to McDonald's, you know, when the quarantine is lifted. Everyone, we're going to McDonald's. You're all invited. I'll have a 20-something McDonald's birthday party, which I've never actually been to. I've seen lots of those, but I've never actually seen, or I've never actually had a McDonald's-themed birthday party. I know they're all about those. That's a heck of a power move there, Amazing Spider-Man. Oh, they all have cream cheese in them. Huh. Yeah, I guess they do, don't they? Well, thanks, Museum of Classic Chicago Television. Oh, great, he's a captain now, Ronald McDonald. He had to get a new job. Was it any good, Devin? Oh, yeah. But you won't color in the lines, because you're all a bunch of rebels, I know you. I never colored in the lines. I think it said something about me.
Oh, hi. I'm having a party for
Well, that's good, Devin. They looked like fun.
I've got my delicious sundaes.
Okay, now we're getting Sundays.
Triple thick shakes.
Also, clearly a new actor for Ronald by the sounds of it.
Something missing. Hamburger.
Oh, hey, Ronald.
Now, notice people, whenever they talk about Wendy's, it's always you gotta get the Frosty and dip the fries in the Frosty. No one ever said to do the same thing with the sundae at McDonald's. Oh, I feel nothing but shame, Radford. Shame all the time.
Ah, it's my friend Grimace.
I did actually have a couple Chuck E. Cheese parties, KT. That I do remember. I remember very vividly trying to beat that X-Men arcade game. That was a fun time.
Oh, no.
Man, they made a lot of these commercials. And we're still only in the 70s. I do like these musical ones. I am the one, thank you. Ah, now it's talking about how good the staff is at McDonald's. Which, you know what? For all the fun we can make about McDonald's and their hamburger university, I have only ever had good interactions with the staff at McDonald's because they literally beat it into them at day one and send them to a special hamburger college to learn a customer service. Also, too, and I've never done this, but I knew plenty of people who did, if you complain even just the smallest a bit at McDonald's, they'll probably just throw free shit at your way, because there's probably only like 10 cents worth of material in any of their burgers. Exactly, give them the nugs. I need the nugs.
It was Christmas Eve in McDonald's land.
Oh.
Everyone was asleep except
I like the
Ronald.
seasonal ones the most.
Out of his bed, he silently crept.
Cuckoo. What are you doing, Ronald?
I'm giving McDonald's gift certificates to all my friends.
Again, Ronald, you gave us McDonald's gift certificates last year. Is this just a big tax write-off to you? Ronald, you work there. Maybe you own the place. I don't know.
Grimace can get a shake. Christmas.
You could have just given him a shake. But they represent these things.
You can get a cheeseburger.
But he is a cheeseburger, Ronald. You're bad at giving gifts, Ronald.
50 cents each. When suddenly, bright light shined in his eyes, Ronald turned around, amazed and surprised.
Hi, guys. I make too much noise?
All his friends had a present for him.
McDonald's gift certificates for me? Oh, gee.
You know what? It's okay, because his friends clearly get him back by also giving him coupons. They're stuck in some sort of Larry David-esque gift-giving Cold War where they each keep giving each other the same crappy gifts every year. Oh. Part of their new campaign that you should be having McDonald's for dinner, not just lunch. I wonder, did they got any of the Mac Tonight commercials in here? He was fun. Mac Tonight was their big attempt at trying to create like a McDonald's for dinner mascot.
Will Ronald find Grimace? Or is this
the end of the road? Hi, Ronald. Grimace.
Oh, he found him.
Hanging around till dinner time.
It's time.
See, I thought there was some mystery there for a second.
Can Ronald save Grimace?
Will he even want to?
Nice catch, Ronald.
Grimace, we're late.
But the dinner's great.
Now we're back to these weird goblin Furby things. Yeah, it looked like that, didn't it, Zeke? Sure did. You know, I don't think Ronald has ever had a girlfriend, you're right, nor have they ever tried to invent, like, a female Ronald McDonald spin-off character, and it feels like if a character's around long enough, they always do that. What would the female version of Ronald McDonald be? Rhonda McDonald? His sister or, like, cousin from a distant planet, a la Superman? Ah, did they really? Amazing Spider-Man. Man, when McDonald's french fries are hot and good and perfectly salted, they are hard to compete with. I used to love Wendy's fries the most forever, but then, you know, they changed them. They started putting the skins on them and everything. Now, how much do you bet the goblins are spelt like goblin, like your goblin food? Yeah, she'd basically be Harley Quinn, wouldn't she? The put-upon love interest / sister / whatever of Ronald McDonald. Now, so far we only see children in McDonald's land. Is it like, what is it? Is it like Narnia? Can you only come to McDonald's land if you're true of heart and, you know, full of cholesterol? Can adults not hear the magical bells of McDonald land? Is that how it works? Oh, there's Rule 34 of everything on the internet, Sam. No, that's right, Burger King, there is also no female equivalent mascot to the Burger King. You would think that if there was ever a time to try a Burger Queen, does that mean the Burger King is a widower? Did the Burger King kill his wife and assume the throne? I don't know. I imagine you could get that for a lot of money on eBay. Amazing. Man, they're easy to trick, these French fry goblins. Yeah, exactly. The Jack in the Box commercials has a normal human wife. Agreed. He's living his best life, unlike all these other guys. Wendy's the only one with the girl representation. You're absolutely right. And the internet loves Wendy. If it's like Narnia, it's secretly a church. I mean, it probably makes as much money as a church, KT. I bet if they could have the Church of Ronaldology, they absolutely would, so they wouldn't have to pay their taxes no more. Man, I would love to do that, Space Lord. I would need to get the rights first. Wendy does have the sickest burns. Their social media game for Wendy's is off the fucking chain, man. That epic rap battle of history when they had the lady show up as Wendy, that was great. That's right. Yeah, I guess Popeye's chef woman has been a woman. Now, has that always been the way for Popeye's? Because I know, like, in every commercial I can think of for Popeye's, it's been a lady chef. So, Japanese Hamburglar is also a flasher, because he just keeps doing this to all the children. And it makes me uneasy. Also, Ronald McDonald has laser powers in Japan, confirmed. Man, their jingle game was always on point, too. They always changed it up. Well, you know, Sam, that is the real question. How powerful is Ronald McDonald? I mean, what era are we looking in? I think this is like Silver Age for Ronald, you know, so he's not at his true power yet. You know, he didn't have his big training arc in the wilderness. You know, there's a lot of techniques he wouldn't learn yet until the future. But, you know, this is like a good baseline for Ronald's power level, I believe. Oh, no. That's such a dumb joke, I kind of love it. Yeah, McDonald's is basically the Walt Disney of fast food chains. In fact, there was a minute there where you could actually get McDonald's in the Disneyland park. They had like a whole big deal that lasted for a few years. But now that deal like went away, and so now you don't see McDonald's in the parks anymore. Hell, there was actually a long period of time there, and I remember this vividly, when it was Burger King that actually had the Disney toy deals. I think for like a Hunchback of Notre Dame and like a few other ones, if you wanted the McDonald's toys, you had to actually go to Burger King, of all places. Which is hard to believe thinking back on it now, because you think the two are synonymous, when they're really not, but...
For you parents who don't speak Klingonese, he's saying, people of Earth, unite and bring your kids to McDonald's.
Really?
For a Star Trek meal. That's a regular hamburger, fries, soft drink, a McDonald and cookie sampler, and a Star Trek prize.
Really, was this the birth of the Happy Meal with Star Trek?
Star Trek the motion picture, action scenes, jokes, games.
Wow, I had no idea McDonald's had a Star Trek the motion picture tie-in. That's freaking crazy. Oh, that's a good idea, Sam. We might have to do that. Wow, so it actually took a long time into their career before they started doing the Happy Meal commercials. That's interesting. I do remember that, Zeke. I sure do. Once again, McDonald's changing the whole frickin' game with the kids' meal.
Ever hear of a gift certificate that turns into a soft drink? Oh, it can happen this Halloween.
Now again, McDonald's best Halloween commercial would naturally be when they had the little nugget guys who would dress up like ghosts and vampires and everything.
Halloween gift certificates cost only $1. And can turn into 20 regular soft drinks.
Ooh.
It must be the magic of Halloween.
Nobody can do it like McDonald's can.
Nobody.
Come on, Grimace. Look, Ronald, Sundays everywhere. Right, Grimace. It's the land of McDonald's Sundays.
Man, I could go for one of them.
Let's go. Can we get a sundae in the strawberry forest? Sure. What? Oh boy, oh boy. A caramel cave. Maybe we can get a sundae in here. It sure is very dark in here. Do you see what I see? Yeah.
Nice use of old cartoon animation gags with the eyes in the dark. I always like that. You see, this is really a terrible thing to do where I'm doing right now, late at night, sober. It's not like I can just go out and get some McDonald's takeout. All this shit's gonna be incepting in my brain tomorrow.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Cool swirls topped with hot fudge, strawberry, or hot caramel.
Mm.
You see what I see? Uh-huh. Like a sundae?
I mean, McDonald's certainly won't sponsor this video series now. I've poked way too much fun at them. But man, if they could hook a man up, Okay, so now we're officially in the 80s. And we're starting off with a Japanese football commercial. I like the Sentai sound effect for when Hamburglar turned around. Ah, yes. I like it. Okay, here we go. Birdie the Early Bird. She was all about pimping out that breakfast food. Which, again, Birdie the Early Bird, you know they serve chicken at this restaurant, right? And again, I think he's a different actor now, too. Oh, come on, Grimace. You can't feed the goblins. They'll never leave if you start feeding them. Once you get them hooked on them table scraps, they'll think they're better than they are. I don't know. I feel like you're going to tell me before I can answer. Ronald basically is a superhero. It's just, you know, all the crime in McDonald's land is very easily taken care of. Yeah, that's a very good question, Sam. We don't see the goblins anymore in modern-day McDonald's commercials, so I'm gonna guess Ronald and his friends hunted the goblins to extinction. Ronald helping contribute to the birth of Skynet once again. We saw him create AI early on, and now he's created a full automaton.
Let's be friends.
Friendly guy, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Come on, Wally, let's have lunch at McDonald's.
What is McDonald's?
What is McDonald's?
Robot wants to eat at KFC. Oh no, I built him wrong. Well, they have one cop. They have the guy who's not the mayor, but also has a hamburger for a head. His name escapes me, but they have one cop in McDonald's land. Exactly. It was the great genocide of the Fry Goblins. They were supposed to be a protected species, but no longer. Yeah, I used to be a KFC guy for the longest time, Spider-Man, but then they opened a Popeyes in my town, and now I'm Popeyes all the way. Interesting, Zeke. It's not enough for Ronald McDonald to have a car, too. He's got to have, like, a weird roadster car. They keep formatting these like old radio plays, like, can Ronald get there in time? Well, yeah, it's a commercial. By the end of it, he'll have to have.
Hello, McDonald's has personally asked me to introduce something new and terribly exciting for your kids. The Safari Adventure Meal. 4 cleverly designed boxes featuring the dashing Ronald McDonald.
You know, I feel bad for that chimp. They probably gave him a bunch of peanut butter and stuck it to the roof of his mouth to make it look like he's talking.
McDonald Land cookie sampler and special pies. So don't monkey around, old chap. Let your kids explore the Safari Adventure Meal.
I mean, really, I would buy anything from a talking chimp, I'm not gonna lie.
McDonald in Star Bright dinner tonight. What a beautiful night for dinner at McDonald's.
Hamburgers, shakes, and fries.
You know, the cornerstone of any dinner.
Oh, it's just a falling star.
But come on, we all have those nights, right, where it's like, let's do something for me, you know, let's go there. I want to eat and then go right to sleep, because that's what's gonna happen to you. You're gonna have the full McDonald's-itis. Get the McBrick, the McTummy. I think we're almost pre-crisis, Sam. We're almost post-crisis, Ronald. We're getting there soon, you know. We're getting in some new characters that are going to survive the great McDonald's land purge.
Can Ronald get the stars back home so it looks like dinner time?
Ronald with the power to throw the very stars themselves. And a god was he.
Hang in there, guys.
Is necessary.
Presenting Ronald McDonald in Surf's Up, Fries Gone.
They really treated these like mini movies, didn't they?
Shakes, French
Goblins?
I don't really think of McDonald's as beach food.
They have our fries.
Goblins went a long time too without a redesign. Like Ronald got redesigned little by little over the years, but not them. It sounded like the Mario Star effect, didn't it? You know, you ask about Ronald McDonald versus Thor. What you don't know is that Thor is actually the one chewing the world tree a little bit every day to usher in Ragnarok.
Is this goodbye French fries? Will Ronald think of a way out?
I got an idea.
Man, when you were a kid, you thought those little propeller hats would work, but they didn't.
Fries for everyone. Oh, just use my head.
Presenting Ronald McDonald in the Great Shake Tape.
Oh, he's a detective now.
Well, I know how to catch the shake taker when he tries to take this.
The Shake Taker, the worst serial killer ever to hit McDonald's land. I was gonna joke about that it was like Grimace stealing his own shakes, but turns out it absolutely was him stealing his own shakes. I was ahead of this commercial. More Japanese ones from 1981. I think we all do, Sam. Ronald Noir, I agree. Turns out before he was a clown, he was a dude who saw some horrible stuff in World War II. When he came back home, he started painting his face. I like the Japanese word for shake is shaku.
Ronald McDonald in country McLanguage.
How about a little McSinging? And a whole lot of McLanguage. McBoom, boom, yeah, yeah.
Man, he can play banjo too. What can't this guy do? Well, it doesn't matter if you live in the city or you live in the country, you eat some McDonald's is what we're saying. Oh man, Mayor McCheese can really, really saw that thing. Wasn't he in the Oak Ridge Boys for a minute? Yes, that's definitely hay. Yeah, but he can't cure you of your blood pressure. He doesn't have all the powers. No country for old McDonald's. I like that. Yeah. The heck is McLanguage? That doesn't mean anything. That's a nothing burger. Look, the only true McDonald's song is Rock and Roll McDonald's. Or, you know, Kentucky Fried Chicken and a Pizza Hut. McDonald's, McDonald's, that old song. That's the only real McDonald's song that I will accept. Man, I bet he makes you pay $600 for tickets like the Rolling Stones. Wow, McDonald's closing. That's funny as we live in a day and age when more and more McDonald's are open 24 hours. Wow, Ronald McDonald, he runs a really hard ship, you know. He makes his friends work late at night in the restaurant doing cleanup. I bet he doesn't pay them. Because, I mean, we see that he gives gifts of coupons. That's right, Ninja Turtles did have a Pizza Hut tour. Work for your burger overlord, exactly. You know they weren't getting any benefits. Also, I've never had a fast food job either, but they literally had to work all night to the next morning, like midnight to 8 a.m.?
Big Mac, filet-o-fish, quarter-pounder French fries, icicle, thick shake, sundaes, and apple pies.
Okay, so the quarter pounder was invented by this point in history. Yeah, I guess Mr. Krabs is just a parody of this sort of stuff, isn't he? Yeah, any overnight job does suck. Although I want to talk as a online content creator, I'm working at night right now, and it's almost 11:30 Canada time. Oh, more Japanese Ronald. Ronald McDonald, he has the shakes that will pierce the heavens. Yeah, let's all get some quarter pounders. Oh, we brought back the trash bins. Only now they're even creepier guys in suits. They went from Daleks to Cybermen. Again, why do I find the human trash things more nightmarish than anything? It's because they want it. That's the real problem. They want your garbage. Fill them with your hot garbage. Ooh, a space. Is this Tron? Is this Star Wars? What is this trying to be? Is Tron very different in Japan? Yes, Rad. Canada time, East Coast. Yeah, I don't know what this... It's cool. I have no idea what I'm watching, but I'm down for it. I mean, that's half the anime I watch. I haven't even bothered to check to see if the Hortons in my area is open or not, or if it's closed via quarantine. Knowing Canada, I'm sure they would push it to say that it's essential. Because if people don't get their Hortons... Yes, your prize is the Big Mac. You have defeated the aliens for great justice. Also, they keep replaying the same couple frickin' frames.
What was the world like before hamburgers? Let's find out.
So we're up to 82 to 83. So this is very comprehensive.
He's trying to invent lunch.
So what McDonald's is saying, everyone, is that evolution is totally a thing, and that this Hamburglar evolved from an older Hamburglar. There was no burger messiah who died for our sins.
Okay, everybody, say cheeseburger. Cheeseburger.
Man, he loved his photography, Ronald. He's like Joe Exotic, he filmed every part of his life. The world before hamburger was scary, agreed. You know, the hamburger was believed to have been created in Hamburg, Germany.
Then it's ready to glide.
Yeah, Sam, agreed. You know, we gotta get at least to 85, 86 when it all happened, you know, when the first big crisis went down. It changed everything. Is this a UK commercial? This looks and sounds like something shot in the UK.
But when they catch that rascal, Ronald's always kind and fair. It's back down to McDonald's.
Hey, it's a shame that you stole from us, Hamburglar. Now let's go out and, you know, eat some more McDonald's. No wonder he's gonna keep stealing from you, Ronald. You keep freaking validating him. He'll never get over his addiction, Ronald, if you keep co-signing his sickness. Yes, the Alive Happy Meal, that is the Dark Reign era. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I forgot that Ronald McDonald actually isn't their mascot anymore, that after like 40 years, they put him away and now it's like the talking, sentient Happy Meals. You're right.
Ronald McDonald meets the professor.
Yeah, there you go, Zeke, exactly. Ground beef, yak, and horse, popularized in Mongolia.
Come on, the professor's waiting.
And they would, like, tenderize it while they rode.
I brought you chicken McNuggets.
Professor, what are chicken McNuggets?
They're tasty chunks of boneless chicken you can dip. And
Mostly dark meat, mostly crap, mostly pink slime.
Hoppin' McNuggets.
Which is funny, I didn't know that the American chicken nugget was so inferior to the Canadian chicken nugget because due to our FCA rules, it was always white meat. It was always white meat chicken.
Good catch.
Thank you. Uh-oh, all gone.
Now, what is the best nugget sauce, everyone? This is what we really need to get to the bottom to.
I know where there's more.
I'm a sweet and sour guy myself.
McNuggets are fun.
Especially when you double dip.
I think we can all agree, too, the boot is the best shape of chicken McNuggets.
Ah, together at McDonald's.
Barbecue is nice.
It's the man in the movie, you know.
I've never had a McDonald's cheeseburger.
give him a cheeseburger, shake, and fries. But how? With my magic pogo stick.
You see, he already retired the flying burger. Now he has the magic pogo stick. And we got the talking moon, but he's not Mac tonight, though. That's a different character from later. Good question, Spacer. Maybe they just figured in the modern era people don't like clowns anymore.
Wild and the Free, starring Linda Gray.
Is this a McDonald's commercial? Wait, Godzilla? Really? Oh, please tell me Ronald McDonald and Godzilla joined forces at some point. Apparently they can summon Ronald McDonald in the same way they would summon Godzilla. You just gotta believe and wake him.
Presenting Ronald McDonald and Wacky World Racers.
A race?
Ah, of course, it's time to have a wacky race.
The winner gets a delicious McDonald's cheeseburger, don't you know? Ready, go! And they're off. Ronald McDonald going to the lead.
Man, I had no idea they had Mayor McCheese for as long as they did before Sid Marty Krofft sued them over it. What? Yeah, what happened to the hamburger of tomorrow? What happened to Ronald McDonald? Crisis on Infinite Ronald, you know, where he meets all these other older versions of himself. The Japanese Ronald, the freaky Willie Scott version. Well, you know, you gotta stay nice and clean when you're a fry goblin, so you need a tub. Ooh.
Thanks, everyone. I always flip for a McDonald's cheeseburger.
There is so much goddamn content here.
No snow. To McDonald's we'll go. I don't see any snow.
Which is a problem.
What goes up must come down.
So again, you know, more powers that Ronald McDonald has. You know, he's a cryomancer. He can affect the weather. He can summon snow where there was none. Add this to his ever-growing list of superpowers. Agreed, Sam. We're not at the point, too, but eventually when they would start doing, like, those McDonald house commercials, you know, for, like, kids' charities and everything, some of them were actually fairly sweet, I'm not going to lie. I mean, yeah, they were totally, you know, friggin' corporate exercises to try and make you associate warm, good feelings with a mascot and a company, but still, you know, when they worked, they worked. They were basically mini-movies. Yeah. Also, he sure did a lot in the 80s. Oh, wait, yeah, I think I remember this one. This is a fairly famous one. No, I missed that. Did they actually call themselves Fry Guys? Right, this kid can't skate. Okay, yeah, they replayed this one a bunch. This kid can't skate, gets left out. Ronald comes and helps them out with the power of cheeseburgers, and everyone feels a lot better by the end. This was their first real attempt at starting to try and, like, you know, pluck people's heartstrings. Everything the light touches will be yours, little Billy. I want you to come and live with me in my restaurant. You know the story of the child who suddenly had everything he ever wanted? Well, he was very happy.
Ronald McDonald in Going Batty.
Batter up. Throw the ball anywhere, Ronald. My new magnetic.
Yeah, it was sure a shame when Ronald McDonald had to have an asterisk put beside all of his baseball records because he was on human growth hormone. You know, Ronald and Jose Canseco and the other Bash brothers, Mark McGuire, they hung out all the time together back in the 80s.
Chicken McNuggets.
Dipping McDonald's Chicken McNuggets is a big hit with everybody.
I would play the fast food mascot fighting game.
Captain's golden treasure.
Man, the captain stuck around for way longer than I thought, too.
No, something special.
Is the Filet-O-Fish even that popular a sandwich? I mean, I guess if you can't eat meat.
Golden
You know, in India they have the Maharaja Mac, which is a Big Mac but with spicier sauce and chicken patties instead of beef patties.
It marks the spot.
A lot of Japanese ones I've never seen either. This is an education. Darth Grimace the Wise. It's not a story the Burger King would tell you. Oh, I like that one, Cyborg Soldier. That one's a winner. Hype.
Presenting Ronald McDonald in One Magical Night. Two friends.
Oh, hey, the moon came back.
What we're doing is secret, so don't say a word. Can I give them a hint?
One magical night when Ronald lost his virginity in a McDonald's parking lot. That's what he refers to as the one magical night.
I make Sundays this way. Let's take these to the kids.
You know, McDonald's has always been very progressive. You know, Ronald always supported Fry Guy marriage, even at the very beginning. Ooh, peanuts. Anything Charlie Brown is good.
Lucy and the gang are camping out at McDonald's on 16-ounce glasses.
Oh, that's fun.
By Charles Schultz. This week,
Oh, wow, actual Charles Schultz art? I bet those are big collector's items now.
medium or large soft drink like Coca-Cola. Collect all 5, one each week.
Now notice they only say Coca-Cola, they don't say any of the other drinks they have. I mean, I guess they're all Coke products, but still. Wow, they did more than one Peanuts one. That's really cool, actually. These I don't remember at all. These are fun to see again.
16-ounce glasses, specially designed by Charles Schultz. Collect all 5, one each week. Get the Woodstock glass.
Yeah, was this the beginning, too, of McDonald's tying itself to popular brands that people already really liked? Because so far, we're only really seeing McDonald's selling itself as a brand. We saw the Star Trek one, but that's about it. Yeah, you know when I'm done here, I'm going to have to go on eBay and look at, what is it, all this McDonald's memorabilia. Because it's always the weirdest stuff that, costs the most. Aw, thanks, Japanese Ronald. You got a lot of smile lines, Japanese Ronald. Means you smile a lot.
Quiet, please.
Okay.
The library, Grimace. Why, you can find anything here.
All I see is books.
The Grimace suit got better and better over the years, too. It's not enough to just steal the burgers, now he's stealing all information about burgers. He's gonna read the book, then destroy it, so only he can have it like some sort of hamburger brainiac. Yeah. Me.
Ronald McDonald in.
Man, they really... there's nothing they won't try and do to give you a reason to go to McDonald's. Hey, you hungry? Go to McDonald's. Your hands are cold? Should go to McDonald's. Look at that old packaging, too. The packaging never looked like that the whole time I've been alive. Usually it's, what is it? The cups are white with the yellow on it, but the fries are always red. Yeah, the Mac and Me area, you're right. If you brought a bunch of McDonald's to an office party like that guy, would you get some shitty looks? Or would you be the coolest guy ever? I don't know. See, Santa loves it. Again, still pushing the McDonald's gift certificates, even this late into the 80s.
One of the nice things about McDonald's Chicken McNuggets, those hot, tasty pieces of boneless chicken, is that they're packaged in sizes for every appetite. Let me illustrate.
You're not Ronald. Who are you,
Enter a
stranger?
six-pack. A logical lunch. McNuggets 9.
Yeah,
a
I
delight
guess
for
so,
dinner,
Cyborg
and a
Superman,
pack
if
of
it's
20,
good enough for the White
perfect
House.
for picnics and parties. Of course, these are mere suggestions. Your appetite will be the
These are all the chickens we're gonna slaughter to make the food. Rock.
Ronald McDonald in Dreamy Breakfast.
This morning it seems Ronald's having a dream.
Time for breakfast, Birdie.
How boring is Ronald McDonald that he dreams about more McDonald's?
What? Whoops. Gotcha.
Also, don't tell Birdie the early bird that you're dreaming about her. I think that'll be a cause for a lawsuit.
Juice and milk.
A dream come true.
Ah.
The Fry Guys.
Okay, so yeah, they did go from being goblins to being Fry Guys. You're absolutely right, chat. What a weird bit of rebranding, but then again, I guess if Grimace went from, you know, evil Grimace to regular Grimace, but they barely changed the Fry Guys. Yeah, that was one of their new promotion initiatives that didn't take off, Zeke, the wake the fuck up, it's breakfast time. That's how my mom woke me up every morning for breakfast. Yo, wake the fuck up, it's breakfast. Oh, I love a good Rube Goldberg machine. The professor stuck around for a bit, too. Notice we haven't seen Captain Crook or Mayor McCheese for a while. I do believe this is around the time Sid and Marty Krofft sued them. They did evolve like Pokemon. You know, Ronald, he gave them the French fry stone. Oh, okay. Way to date this. Was this the era, too, that Simpsons made fun of, where they're like, and for every event that America takes home a gold, you get, like, a free burger or something? I want to say that's what this is. I was saying, Cyborg Soldier, you can't beat that big breakfast. No other place offers the big breakfast. They know what's up. Ooh. You know, because Olympic athletes are surely eating a lot of McDonald's. Also, whose voice is that as Sam the Eagle? Is that Captain Crunch? That sounds very familiar.
Here's Ronald McDonald in Hamburgers for Ronald. Grimace, let's go.
I mean, aren't all the hamburgers for Ronald, really? Nice Looney Tunes sound effects.
Hamburgers for Ronald. I think this is trying to tell me something.
No, really?
McDonald's hamburgers! I should have known. It's a good time.
Also, how are you not 300 pounds, Ronald, if this is all you eat day in and day out? Do you just binge and purge? Is that the dark secret of McDonald's land? The McDonald's hash brown is hard to beat. Tim Hortons here in Canada, it took them like years to come out with a hash brown. It's a pretty good hash brown. But you're right, McDonald's hash browns are pretty special.
No, instead of a hamburger, you can get
Aw, so here's the birth of the Nugget guys.
Oh boy, they should be on the front page.
The little Nugget kids.
You get one of 4 different Lego building sets when you buy.
Oh, and they teamed up with Lego.
Each set builds one of these.
Yeah, there you go, exactly, Zeke. His powers are all tied to his caloric intake, so much like Doctor Strange, he burns all the calories off. Yeah, these were definitely the hot new characters they were trying to get over at this point in history. A whole Nugget verse. Is that why we don't see Ronald anymore, everybody? After 40 years of fast food, did he finally die of a heart attack? That'd be sad, but they should have had, like, the death of Captain Marvel, the death of Ronald McDonald. Then you have a bunch of all of his friends fighting over who gets to wear the red wig and clown makeup. Battle for the wig.
He's a real bear. Here he comes. Oh, a wild bear. Don't eat us, Mr. Bear. We've got some nice, tasty McDonald's cheeseburgers and crispy golden French fries, you know. Cool chocolate shake.
You don't gotta upsell him, man. He's a bear.
You shouldn't feed the bear. Nice try, hamburger.
The bears can smell menstruation.
Cheeseburger. We know you're in there.
Oh no, it was a real bear. Who could have seen this coming? I mean, bears can digest just about anything. They're quite the marvel of the last North American land predator.
I'd say we barely made it back.
Make the anti-bear circle.
Here's Ronald McDonald in working out.
Oh, so he does work out. Okay. That's important to know. He wishes he could make muscles like that. Ronald's on the juice, brother. This is the 80s. Him and Hulk Hogan have the same hookup, brother. Eat your green vegetables, follow your dreams, say your prayers, stick this in here. Oh, you probably could, Sam. In fact, I'm surprised they haven't.
Everybody have a chicken McNugget. Don't worry, it's under 63 calories.
Oh.
Be a dear and open another 20-pack.
McDonald's Chicken McNuggets 20-pack makes every holiday.
So you're telling me when Scrooge went good, he just bought everybody McNuggets? That's how you knew Scrooge was redeemed. Oh, cool. Again with the gift certificates every Christmas. I wonder when did they stop doing that? 20 packs do rule, there's no doubt about it.
McDonald's Chicken McNuggets 20-pack, the life of any holiday party.
You know you're doing good when you get the 20 pack. That's good times.
Let's go to a sleigh ride party. It's a good time for the great taste.
Parties. That's all you 20 packs ever think of.
Yeah, you know, Ronald, he was a very safe worker in the ring, you're right.
Certificates, 50 cents each, or a book of 10 for $5.
Questions answered, one French fry. Okay, what's 10 plus 5? I don't know. Well, how many inches in a foot? I don't know.
Thanks for watching my food for me, Grimmer.
And he never said he was right.
The answer is yes. One French fry, please.
Agreed, Cyborg, agreed.
Here come McDonald's Fast Max.
Oh.
They roll straight.
Man, Happy Meal toys sucked back then. When did Happy Meal toys get awesome? I'm gonna say around the 1990s. Ooh, make it a good one.
Bertie and the professor ran into each other and shook hands.
Uh-huh.
The professor had a bright idea, and he shared it with Bertie. Oh,
Ronald, it feels like you're just making up this story as you go along, man. There's no character consistency. Even the stories Ronald tells is all just about McDonald's, man.
The night Bertie the early bird came to McDonald Land.
Oh, so this is her origin story.
Why, inside's a wonderful egg.
So she was actually birthed from an egg.
Kept it warm through the night.
That egg cracked a
And so when Bertie was born, she imprinted on Ronald and friends as her family, as birds tend to do.
Tell McDonald's where I'll stay. It's a good time.
So you would have just stayed wherever you landed, Bertie, huh? And you would have been a shill for wherever you landed? That's good to know.
My mother always told me I'd go far.
See, look, kids, you can eat these humanized McNuggets. They love swimming in dipping sauce. They're having a great time. Those DBZ toys were pretty great. Again, I like the Halloween ones where you would get the little McNuggets and you could dress them up. I always wanted to go there around Halloween. Oh, there's a Japanese Bertie, too? Hash a potato. I guess hash brown doesn't quite translate into Japanese. Yeah, what do Ronald's parents think about him? Agreed, Sam. Are they happy with how he chose to live his life? Exactly, as if. Where are these origin stories?
The Fry Step starring Ronald McDonald and friends.
Oh, now there's more Fry guys. Ooh, bad early CG animation. Yeah, I mean, he certainly serves a lot of people, Zeke, but you know, just because you're rich doesn't mean your parents respect what you did with your life. I'm assuming these Fry kids are all adopted by the Fry guys. So, you know, another way that McDonald's is nice and progressive.
It's a good time for fun with McNuggets.
How'd they do that?
I hear that, Cyborg.
Wow, chicken McNuggets like a jet plane.
Because they sure go fast.
Good joke, Ronald. Good joke. Everyone laugh. But Doctor, I am Ronald McDonald. What am I to do?
If Chicken McNuggets played music, what would it
Go
be?
see the hamburger clown Ronald McDonald. But I am Ronald McDonald. Who would win in a fight, Ronald McDonald or Pagliacci?
I'd like to do a wild breakdancing routine. Why don't you? I'm chicken.
And you have no legs, which would make breakdancing difficult. I'm not saying you couldn't do it, just saying it would be a challenge.
It's a good time for the great taste of McDonald's McNuggets.
Yeah, well, the professor and the pirate stuck around for a long
McDonald
time.
and Friends in Rockin' French Fries.
At least to 85. And when Ronald drops you as a character, you are just gone. It's like, Ronald, what happened to all your other old friends? Did you just forget them along the way? Okay, Fry Girls, here we go. Fry Girls are canon. You know, they're like the Fly Girls from In Living Color. Jennifer Lopez was actually a Fry Girl. You didn't know that.
McDonald and Friends and the Hamburglar Touch.
Oh,
Bet Hamburglar wishes everything.
the Hamburglar Touch, everyone. Be careful about the Hamburglar Touch. I just had to pause to say that.
Touches would turn to McDonald's cheeseburgers.
Cheeseburgers?
Yes, I like your version there, Sam, where Ronald is a legacy hero. You know, fathers pass it to their sons, brothers pass it to their other brothers. Her love don't cost no fries. That's a good one. Mayor McCheese had to leave because of scandal, you're right. We can't even talk about what he did. That's how bad it was. Paku Paku. Jingle works in any language. Oh, so now Super Size Me is born in this era. I loved the Super Size. I understood why they took it away, and I know some places were being tricky and still offering the Super Size. Yeah, you're right. Mayor McCheese's political career couldn't survive his affair with the Hamburglar. Just a torrid affair, mind you.
And don't forget your
Oh.
tiger hat. Get 'em while they last.
Who doesn't want a tiger hat? Made of real tiger.
Ronald McDonald presents
And mixed up McStory. One day, Goldilocks and the gingerbread man were bringing delicious sauces to Grandma.
Honestly, I like his version of the story.
You're in the wrong story.
I am. Aren't you Little Bo Peep? Bo Peep?
Hold it. We're doing Little Red Robin Hood. It's still pigs.
Oh man, how has no one written that? Little Red Robin Hood. That actually sounds like a hell of a pitch.
You're all in the wrong story.
Presenting Ronald McDonald in Rhymin' with Fries.
So he doesn't have his flying hamburger anymore, but he does have a new means of conveyance.
Basket of delicious McDonald's French fries.
Yeah, exactly. He is the Benoit of McDonald's, Mayor McCheese. They struck him from all the records, took away all of his titles. You know, you missed the footage where Ronald gave a touching eulogy to Mayor McCheese, and then had to take it all back later.
Scared Silly, starring Ronald McDonald and the Chicken McNuggets.
Okay, here we go. Here's the dressed-up nuggets. These were always my favorite.
What are you making? We're stirring up secret sauces for dipping.
We're ready, boss.
Let's make sauce.
But it would be a long time till we got Szechuan
I
sauce.
have an idea.
Yeah, fair enough. You're right. Gas at that time was nuts. Couldn't keep filling up the flying cheeseburger.
The disappearing burgers with Ronald McDonald and
Burgers disappear all the time when they're around me. It's a real problem. The Hamburglar suit got better around this time, too. Yes, we're officially in the post-crisis era, Sam.
Oh, mine.
Oh, no, you don't. Oops. Now for a little trick.
There's a lot of Scared Sillies, KT. Ernest was a famous Scared Silly subtitle. And believe it or not, everyone, at that point, that actually takes us all the way to 86 to 87. And I just looked at it now. I have been talking silly-ass McDonald's commercials since like 10 o'clock. I've been doing this for like 2 hours. That time just flew right by. If people like this, I will have to come back again another day and do the rest of them. These go all the way up to 2014. Someone has meticulously collected all of these McDonald's commercials, which, you know, I'm grateful for because that's an endless parade of content. But, yeah, thank you, everyone, for coming out and watching this. This was a lot of fun. This was something I'd been meaning to do for a while now, just because, again, it's a weird thing that I'm kind of passionate about. So, again, I appreciate everyone spending their Friday night with me. God, I wish I could go get some McDonald's right now. Someone PayPal me some money so I can get some McDonald's. Man, I live in the Canadian stick, so it's not even like I could Grubhub or DoorDash or Uber Eats anything right now. None of those places are where I'm at. But thank you, everyone. I hope you had some laughs. I hope you had a good time. And we might have to keep doing this because, I mean, come on. I did it all the way from the 60s to the mid-80s. It would be wrong to not finish this off. So I'll be back again next time, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the video, and be sure to check out all my other riffs, hopefully when they go up on the channel. So good night, everyone. Bye-bye.